Hey everyone, Erica here. Let's jump on into this. First, let me go ahead and take a sip, but don't worry, it's just water. I'm going to go ahead and pin my hair back. If you are interested in seeing how I achieve this hair look, please give this video a thumbs up so I can get a tutorial out for you guys. Going ahead with my Tarte Clean Slate Poreless Primer, I'm going to go ahead and push this into my face to make sure we lock our foundation in. I'm going to use my baby lips to make sure our lips are nice and moisturized before I go ahead and start with my foundation. I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte in Light Porcelain. This is quite a few shades lighter than my skin, but that's okay. We want the ghoulish look. Whoa, look at that difference. Make sure you go ahead and do your neck too so it doesn't look like such a dramatic difference like mine just did. Looking so much better. Picking up a big powder brush and my Stay Matte Rimmel powder in translucent, I'm going to set all that foundation that we just applied. Next, with my NYX Jumbo pencil in Milk, I'm going to go ahead and apply this as a base onto my lid and right under my lower lash line. Making sure you do the same thing to the other side. Whoa! I'm going to go ahead and smooth all that out with my fingers. That's looking a little better now. Picking up my Anastasia Brow Wiz, I'm going to underline that lower line, fill in the front, but we're not going to need this anymore. You're going to go ahead and pick up any black eye pencil that you have around the house and fill in your brows just like how you normally would. I arched them a little more to give us a little bit more of a villainous look. Going ahead and doing the same thing to the other side. Whoa, black brows. I think I'm digging them. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the color Texture from MAC and apply this in my crease. Another thing that I'm doing here with this method is I am bringing this shade a little further in than I normally would. I'm going to drag this into my inner socket, my inner eye socket, just to give us a more deepened look. Next, in my Amrezy palette, I'm going to pick up the color Deep Plum and apply this on my lids. Then in the color LBD, which I think stands for Little Black Dress, I'm going to go ahead and apply this to the outer V and drag it up a little bit to give us a cat eye effect. Here I have a brush with no product on it just to blend that black eyeshadow out a bit. Here I have the color Texture back on my fluffy brush just to add a little more warmth. Now I'm going to go ahead and line my eyes with my Inglot Liner. I'm going to pick up another felt tip black liner that's a little easier to work with, and I'm going to drag this underneath my lower lash line to connect it with a little wing that I'm going to make by my inner tear duct. So once you make that wing by the inner corner tear duct, drag that to match it with the liner that we just put on the lower lash line. I hope that makes sense. I think that could be a little confusing, and believe me, keep trying. This took me a couple of tries, but with the power of editing, I was able to do it in one foul swoop. That's looking pretty even to me. Going back in with my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, I'm going to go ahead and fill in any areas that could be a little blank with this white liner. Then you're going to want to go ahead and line your waterline with the color Milk as well. This drives my contacts crazy, but believe me when I say it makes your eyes look pretty awesome. See, what did I tell you? It's looking a little scary, right? I'm going to go ahead and pick up my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the color Light. You don't need to use this much concealer. I just really felt like going all out to give me a little spookier vibe. Picking up a dry beauty blender, I'm just going to go ahead and blend all that out. Note, just make sure that you are very careful when you are blending it out close to where we just did that liner. Ooh, scary. Well, maybe not so much. Going in again with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder and Translucent, I'm going to set all of that cake face concealer we just did. Picking up my contour kit with the darkest shade, I'm going to go ahead and lay out the deepest part of my contour that I want. I'm going to start at my hairline right above my ear and drag that down in sort of a U shape. This is really going to accentuate your cheekbones and just make them appear a lot higher than where they really are. With that same color from the contour kit and the same brush, I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose a little bit to make us look like we have a super pointy nose. Well, as pointy as makeup will allow. I'm also going to fill in those hollows that we were speaking about earlier. Make sure you blend all that out. Then I'm going to go ahead and shape the very point of my nose. I think that contour is looking pretty strong. What do you think? After that, I'm going to pick up my angled brush with the medium shade from the kit, and I'm going to go ahead and blend those harsh lines out because you know we don't want those harsh lines. I'm following that U shape that I designed, kind of dragging the contour back a little bit. Going to go ahead and contour my forehead and the jawline as well. Woo, look at those angular lines. Thank you, bronzer. You go, girl. You work that slow-mo. Next up, I'm going to pick up my Milani Baked Blush in the color Rose de Oro, and I'm just sweeping this back with my contour. And I know we're a Vampiress today, but hey, who am I without my highlight? So, as usual, picking up my LOU-Manizer, I'm going to hit all my high points as usual. After some mascara, I'm going to apply some false lashes. These are the Amour Us number 415, and there's one. And let's blow on it a little bit, make it tacky, and there's two. Making sure they don't be falling off because we won't want that. Using an old pair of lashes, I'm going to go ahead and cut them in half and then apply them right on the bottom lash line. So what you want to do is make sure they are actually under your real lashes and make sure they're held upward a little bit. Should look something like this. I'm going to pick up that same powder again, and I'm going to go ahead and press this over my lips before I run Nightmoth over my lips. I'm going to line my lips, but I put this in super fast pace because it takes me forever to line my lips. I also am going to drag it out a little bit to make our smile appear evil. Woo, scary. Next, I'm picking up my NYX Butter Lipstick in the color Mary Jane's and fill in my lips. Going back with that black eyeliner, you're going to start to line the outside of the lips, the corner edges. You're going to line the bottom and the top a little bit, but on the outside, you want to kind of give it a little bit of an ombre effect. So drag in the black color as much as you feel necessary. And if you make any mistakes, feel free to pick up your concealer and just go back and correct those babies, which is what I'm going to do right now. Okay guys, so we are almost done with this look. Now I'm going to take these horrendous clips out of my hair, ruffle my hair up a little bit to give us some nice texture and volume. I unfortunately forgot to film the part where I show you how to apply the tiers, but all you'll need is blood and Q-tips. Sorry. Okay everyone, so that is the completed look for my vampire girl. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be calling this look yet, but I was referring to it as the Mrs. Edward Cullen look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I'm really happy with the way that she turned out. I think that minus the tears and the blood on the mouth, you can really use this look to create really anything. I wanted to do something that was easy enough makeup for somebody to do, but also for somebody that can't get in a full costume. I believe it was last year or the year before that I had a job that I still needed to dress professionally because I was out on the road a lot, but I still wanted to be Halloween-ish. So minus the tears, I did this look. I kind of tweaked it a little bit and recreated it, but this is what I wore. I wore all black, so this is just a black sweater that I have with just black pants and really high black boots. So that's what I wore last year, so I just wanted to make this something that if you work somewhere where you need to look professional but you still want to get in the Halloween spirit, this is definitely something that you can achieve. And if not, if you can just go all out, balls to the walls at your work, then I would suggest maybe getting a old wedding dress from like a thrift store or something and throwing a bunch of blood on yourself, and that could be a zombie bride. So that is it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you guys in my next video.